Hi everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading an Aventurine listener by me. So let's get into it. The forest air is crisp, carrying the faint scent of pine and the distant rustle of leaves. You and Aventurine are on a mission to recover a stolen artifact deep within the wilderness. It is supposed to be a straightforward retrieval, but in your experience, nothing is ever as simple as it seems. You glance over at Aventurine, his focused eyes scanning the surroundings. His tall, athletic frame moves with a natural grace, and his presence brings you comfort, despite the potential danger ahead. Stay close, Aventurine murmurs, his voice a low rumble. We don't know what or who may be lurking around. You nod, gripping your weapon a bit tighter. Got it. Do you think the rumors about the bandits are true? Possibly, but even if they are, you've dealt with worse. He reassures you, a confident smile tugging at his lips. His hand briefly brushes yours, a silent reminder that you're in this together. So there's nothing that you should worry about, not at all. He's right here with you, and he will not let any harm come to you while he is. So, as you progress deeper into the forest, the sun dips lower and lower, casting long shadows that dance eerily among the trees. Your senses are on high alert, every snap of a twig or rustle of a bush putting you both on edge. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. And suddenly, an arrow whizzes past your ear, embedding itself into a tree trunk with a dull thud. You duck immediately, your heart racing. Look out! Aventurine shouts, pulling out his gun. And chaos erupts as the bandits emerge towards you. They swarm you, but you and Aventurine move in sync. A well-practiced dance of skill and strategy. You fend off the attackers, adrenaline pumping through your veins. You're used to this, fighting right by his side. It is something that always made you feel like you would win, no matter what you're fighting against. But then, you heard him shouting, and you look at him, and the scene is terrifying. The fight rages on regardless, and the Aventurine does not stop, not with the wound that was now in his side. And time seems to slow down as he takes another hit. Before you could react, Aventurine lunges, shoving you out of the way. The hit directly connects with the shoulder, and he grunts in pain. But his determination does not waver. He still fights them, and as he shoots, they finally start to back away, most of their men already down. Aventurine, you cry out his name, rushing to his side as the last of the attackers flee. Blood seeps from his wound, staining his shirt. You kneel beside him, hands trembling. Aventurine, are you okay? I've had worse, he replies through regretted tears, trying to manage a reassuring smile, but you can see the pain etched onto his face. You saved me, you whisper, tears welling up in your eyes. He didn't have to do all of this, any of it, and yet he was so kind, so loving. And in his sacrifice, he got hurt for you. He never wanted it to come to this. He never hoped it would. But the nature of your work and how your life was, it forced his hand, apparently. You were crying as you held him, and he just shakes his head. Of course I'd save you, he says softly, his good hand cupping your cheek. I couldn't bear to lose you at all. You tear a strip of cloth from your sleeve and press it against his wound, trying to staunch the bleeding. We need to get you out of here. Find some proper help. He nods, his strength beginning to wane. You help him to his feet, supporting his weight as you make your way back through the forest. Every step is a struggle, but you're determined to get him to safety. After what feels like an eternity, you reach the edge of the forest, where you had landed with your spaceship. You manage to help Aventurine in, and then you get in the pilot's seat. It wasn't that hard to drive, considering how technology evolved, but it was still a bit of a struggle trying to take care of him and drive at the same time. And as soon as you were able, you contacted the IPC and informed them about Aventurine's condition. That way, they'll be ready to treat him as soon as you arrive. The journey is a blur of worry and determination as you keep glancing back at him. As he's barely clinging to consciousness, his face pale. Hang in there, you urge, your voice breaking. We're almost there, Aventurine. And finally you arrive, and there is a healer waiting for you. And that's when you let yourself collapse, crying as he's finally healed. It was a terrifying experience, one that you would never want to repeat again. A couple days later, when he wakes up, it is to you holding his hand, and he squeezes it, smiling softly as you tear up. Aventurine, you're awake. You did well, my love. Come on, please don't cry. Aventurine, you went through a lot for me. How can I not? And that's when he kisses the back of your hand, smiling. I'd do it all again to keep you safe. And I'd do the same for you. You reply through your tears, looking up at him. We're a team, always. Always, he replies, pulling you close. In his arms, you find your strength, just as he finds his own.